And people who are still locked in that, you're right. They take their lives every holiday. Because my abuser was that's when things kicked off, was almost every holiday. It was you couldn't get through a holiday in peace and happiness and enjoyment. There was no possibility of that. And so learning how to cope with those things, and then learning how to cope with what triggers me afterwards, since I've been out of that relationship, it takes years of work and dedication to it. And even then, it can still sneak up on you. Even like mine has been 20 years since I divorced him, and it can still sneak up on you.
You didn't even know it was a trigger at the time.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, I was 16 years old. And my mom had found out that my first real friend, who was a boy, because it was puppy love, right?
Mm-hmm.
Teenager love, was putting his hands on me. He was hitting me. He was physically assaulting me. And she was like, he's no longer allowed to come to my house. That's it. And
Right.
so my mom protected me that way. And so my grandmother is laying on my bed, and my mom's laying on the bed, and it is Thanksgiving, and he shows up. And I go into an immediate panic attack. At that moment, I didn't know it was a panic attack, heavy breathing, palpitations, and I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? And so I go up to my mom, I explain to her that he's here, so he just wants to talk to her. And she says, get him out of the house. And I go and I talk to him. I was like, you have to leave. He was like, you're scared of your mom? And he proceeds to try and beat me in front of my door. My mom runs him outside with a bat. And the worst part is, I live in the Bronx, New York, where my mom was big on the whole neighborhood came to my house to eat Thanksgiving. So she had all the voice, like sick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I still wanted to be with this guy, right? Even after all of that. And you don't know how triggered you are, how safe you feel that he got ran out with a bat, but you feel bad for him at the same time.